We are in right here. Yeah, I just learned a lot about financial aid. Um, Now it's time to talk about how to budget all that funds that you're gonna be getting if you're getting those or loans or whatever the case may be. I'm not loud because I'm in the hallway. This is financial aid. You see it right there. Yeah, Joel building, second floor, right by our building, which is Joel 224 right there. But let's talk about budgeting, how to budget. OBSS Virtual Summer Breaks. We're coming right back after this.
Hello. Welcome back. As you guys watched all those financial aid videos, I hope they were insightful. We'll talk about a little bit more financial aid alongside time management next week on Tuesday. But gather all your questions and things like that so we can go over those things and get some clarifications, and if we do meet before then, we can also get those clarifications again. How to budget. You guys for the most part know how to budget, but this is going to be more about understand the importance of budgeting, knowing that now it may be a little bit different because you may get more funding that you may not be accustomed to getting, and so how to be mindful of that. Right. As far as like budgeting, y'all know what it is. It's creating a plan to help you save, and manage your expenses, your income and your expenses and things like that. And so how would you budget? Do the transitioning in person courses and all of those other good things, right? If you're not from Fresno or you're going to be commuting, you got to get your budget in line so you can know how you're going to be spending your money and how much money you're going to be having to come in, man. So we're going to go over a little refresher, some of this stuff you guys fairly already know, and if you don't, we'll talk about that in the discussion tomorrow. So this is just a cool little pick, a balance act between your needs and wants. I know a lot of times we have these needs that are essential, things that we have to do, and then we have the wants. The wants needs can fluctuate depending on the person, right? You may need a phone, but do you need an iPhone 14, right? Or 13? You may need a car, but do you need a 2022 Tesla? Like, it's the difference. Like you may need groceries, but do you need $500 worth of food, like junk food, things like that? And that's probably going way over left, but y'all get what I'm saying, man. Needs and wants. You have to balance those things. And we're going to do a little example tomorrow, not tomorrow, but next week when we go over needs. I want you to think of some needs, some of your needs that you may look at as needs. It can be different. It don't have to be the same. So think of those things. All right. So managing your needs, these are things like you're going to use in their necessities, like apartments, food, water, clothes, your phone / computer, internet access, transportation. All these things are things you need. Now, where it can get dicey is how they can translate to, and you try to convert your needs to quote unquote wants by, like I said, trying to get things that you definitely don't need, the top of the top. Like if you need a computer, do you need an iMac Pro such and such that costs $22,000, or can you get a $300, $400 computer that can suffice? You get what I'm saying? And so transportation, like, you need to get to school, but how you utilize that ability to get to school, it can be kind of, cloudy a little bit. So make sure you know that you're not living outside of your means and you're living within your means, because I can help you budget. Wants. Put down some of your wants. What are some things you want, right? And be ready to talk about those in discussion. What are some of the things you want? Like, what do you want? Like, I want a nice steak. No, I don't. Let me stop capping. I'm just saying. I may want to go take a trip to the Bahamas, and I want to do a 5-star resort hotel. That may be something I want to do, but do I need to do it? No. I don't need to do it. I can just go to the park or do something cool or take a day off if I want to do a getaway, right? So just put some of your wants down, be ready to talk about them. So again, your wants are things that you desire. Just put it that way. Simple as that. What do you desire? Like things you desire, you don't necessarily need, but you want them. Like I said, brand name, clothes, cable, streaming services, subscription. You don't need Netflix, but you desire Netflix because they got your favorite shows. They got they got all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You don't need the most expensive cable package. You can just use basic stuff. But it's a desire. And again, new car. You don't need a new car, but we desire a new car. In entertainment, we don't need to go to every game or even one game. We can watch it on TV, but the desire to be present at that game. You get what I'm saying? So living on a budget, it just what happens when your expenses exceed your income. I want y'all to think about this. Short-term solution, long-term solution. I want you to think about this because we're going to talk about this. What are you going to do when you're in the red? What are your solutions? All right. College budgeting 101. How to create a budget. As y'all know, everybody got their own way of making their budget plan. And I'm not here to tell you the exact way to do a budget, okay? You got to figure out what works best for you. But you do have to identify a few things. Identify your income source, where your money coming from, right? Identify your expenses. Fixed and flexible. Fixed are standard things that you're going to have to pay regardless. They never really change. Flexible are things that fluctuate, like gas, maybe even a phone bill, maybe even like food. It fluctuates. Review and modify your plan if you encounter any discrepancies. Identify ways to increase income and reduce expenses. That's the best way to stay on track and be on a budget. Minimize your expenses increases your income, will help you save on the. I still got to learn these things. This can be a challenge for college students. We get it, but the goal is to practice. Practice makes progress. It doesn't make perfection. It just makes progress. The ability to progress on improving your budgeting skills. Income source, right? We know that could be your job. It can be your side hustle. It can be financial aid, family support, emergency funding, all these things. What are your income? Where are you getting your income from? Simple as that. Where's your income coming from? Okay. Now, when it talks about fixed and flexible, as I said, fixed are things that are standard. They ain't gonna change. They may change or fluctuate from time to time, but for the most part, they're standard. Your room and board, car payments are mostly the same. Insurance are mostly the same. Parking permits are mostly the same. Cell phone bill, they mostly could be the same. It just depends if you add on to those things as far as like features and things like that. Your rent is mostly the same unless we living in today's day. It's going up and up and up and up. And childcare, if you have children, that's one of those borderline ones, right? That it can be the same, but it really can be depending on the services and the things you're using. School supplies, that's flexible. It may be different. Groceries, transportation like gas, depending on your car, your transportation vehicle. Toiletries, it can be different a little bit. Clothes, entertainment, so forth. Utilities, those are things that can fluctuate up and down depending on how much you want to spend this month or how much you're not, and so forth. All right. So if you need some support on helping budget, the Money Management Center, which is right in the center by the Career Development Center in the Thomas Building, they can help you create a budget plan. And they have a lot of dope tutorials and videos to help you get on the right track when it comes to saving and learning how to be a better saver, right? It helps you, man. It helps you. Like I said, I'm still trying to learn to get better on how to, save a little bit more, but please check this out. And a reminder, the quiz and all of your assignments are due before our Tuesday session. I know the dates are not accurate, but Tuesday session, let me just see the date to be mindful. Tuesday session will be on the 28th. June 28th, we will be meeting June 28th to talk about the assignments, the discussion, and how do you budget and all that other good stuff with some time management. So please be sure to knock that out before then. Make sure you do your quizzes, please, before then. And then that's going to do it. That's going to do it. Save all your questions for Tuesday. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope these things gave you some perspective on budgeting. We'll go over those things next Tuesday with time management. So next Tuesday is going to be a big doozy. It's going to be a doozy. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you soon.